Stephanie, and I am the CEO of MaxUp, and I am a career coach. So I help students and professionals land their dream careers using non-traditional strategies. I started MaxUp, which is basically a career consulting firm where I help students and professionals using non-traditional strategies. So what I'm going to teach you guys today are non-traditional strategies with the traditional, of course, on how you can go about developing that brand online. That's where I want to start with the first part, which is networking. It's really about building and maintaining relationships for an exchange of value. So I want to put an emphasis a little bit on exchange of value here. So what I mean by that, it's not just, you go to a networking event and you get so much business card and that's it. Change the mindset of like, I'm a student, I have nothing to add value to. Change it to, I have something to add value to this person. Here are some tips to get people to go on your profile and check it out every day, including professionals. The first one is just having a professional headshot. And I will give you guys 2 websites that you can use. Remove.bg, pfbmaker.com. And what you're going to do with this website is to upload the same selfie that you just removed the background from. And you can put professional background, like if you just went to a photographer. But I really wanted to spend some time also on the summary and headline of your LinkedIn profile. So I talk about, picture, headline, what you should have on your headline. And then, I talk about your about sections. Here's what I wanted to expand on your about section. I start by saying who I am. As a student, here's how I would break down the about section. The first part should be your mission. After your mission, then you can go more in depth into who you are. So you can have a whole paragraph talking about your passion for that one role. So what you want to do is you want to include the skills that you have here on your about section. Right after you mention the skills that you have, you should have a call to action. For a student, I would have something like, if you're interested in discussing any potential opportunities, please email me at, and put your email. So if you go on the top of your profile, on the top right, you'll see this right here where it says edit public profile and URL. If yours have a whole bunch of numbers, which is, by the way, generated by LinkedIn, edit that. The way to do that is just click on the pencil, edit your LinkedIn URL, and click on save. I already have it, so I'm not going to save it. And then the next thing is check that everything that you have on your LinkedIn, meaning every single session, says show. I'll talk a little bit about your experience. Don't just put the job title on LinkedIn and, the company and leave it blank. Will you guys ever submit a resume without bullet points? No. Okay, the next thing I was going to talk about is licenses and certifications. You want to become the most or one of the most marketable students out there. And the way to do that is getting those certifications and getting those licenses. Make sure you get recommendations. Give each other a recommendation about like the teamwork, the amount of hours put in, the time management. Ask your professor to give you a recommendation about that project. I would recommend, honestly, to list out some accomplishments or things that you've done on your feature section. Here's how you get it. Right here, right below your name and your headline, you'll see something called Ask Section, and then you'll see feature. So let's say I want to put Facebook as the company that I want to look at. So I'm going to go to Facebook. You can literally do this. Let me search. Oh, here's the recruiters. Recruiting at Facebook, recruiting manager, talent acquisition, HR, recruiting team lead, recruiting manager, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. The last thing I want to talk about was the best practice to reach out to a recruiter. So I drafted this message to our recruiter and it was like, it's Christopher. So Christopher is a recruiter at my dream company. If you guys really want to stand out on LinkedIn, join LinkedIn groups and you can message people in that group for free. Being a passive user on LinkedIn is not the best way. You need to be an active user, commenting on people's posts, engaging with recruiters and professionals, engaging with their content, creating your own content, messaging people through LinkedIn groups. All of these are great things to being an active user on LinkedIn. With this is the end of the presentation. This is a cool tip that LinkedIn has. You can also have QR codes for your LinkedIn if you didn't know. If you guys want to connect with me, feel free to scan my QR code here, connect with me on LinkedIn or Instagram.